your croissants, and I want you to kick your sticky buns to the curb, because that's so yesterday. Check these out. They're called Kouign Amann for a reason, and this is what Rick Domar was talking about. Look at how pretty this is. This is going to be on your brunch plate, right?
Yes.
I mean, surrounded by whipped cream or berries, or if you want to put it in a crudité plate as well. This is what we call an amazing European pastry with a twist. This happens to be the raspberry. They are called Kouign Amanns, and every time we present them, they are on fire. And by the way, there's this beautiful little caramelization that happens on the underside. I'll tell you all, but let me share with you. KRMA Foods debuted about 2 years ago here on QVC. They started with, I mean, Derek, take this overhead shot. It's so pretty. They brought these Kouign Amanns to us. 2 years ago, the Kouign Amanns were about 2 ounces apiece. These babies, 2.9 ounces. So they've gotten bigger.
Oh, they got bigger.
Yes. Crystal and her team filled them with more.
Yes.
They've brought them at a hot pick price. And this is the lowest, or the first day this year that we're seeing them at this low price. So you can get all 18 of them in the raspberry, which, oh my gosh, they're so incredible. You can get all 18 of them in the chocolate hazelnut, which, P.S., by the way, you know that flavor that starts with an N and ends with an Ella? Kind of like that. Think of that. Rick
That was the
laughing at me.
least hidden
Exactly.
reference I've ever heard in my life.
And then there's the plain, but we like to call her the classic, but you're going to be
Yeah.
ordering the plain.
Plain?
And then you'd get, yeah, it's
You're going to
anything.
rename that one.
Yeah, it's anything but plain. We're goofy here. You can get all 18 in the plain. There is a combo, which is what you could get. Then you'll get 6 of each one of the flavors. 5 easy payments of $9.64. Easy pay goes away at the end of the day. This is how you wow the mother-in-law, who might be a little bit skeptical of your, abilities to put on a brunch. And you know what? I love mother-in-laws, but sometimes that gets tricky. Rick, come on in.
No, I'm anybody who's ever having
with
people over with a
the
card
champagne.
club, the book club.
Yes.
Not a lot of book reading in the book club that my wife has, but look at that display.
There's a lot of eating.
But look at
and
that.
chatting.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
Look how pretty this looks like with some berries.
They taste fantastic.
And they taste fantastic. We didn't put any powdered sugar on here. We didn't even drizzle any chocolate or raspberry. I'm going to welcome in Crystal Borg. She brings these to us. As I mentioned, they're like the $6 million woman. They've gotten bigger, stronger, badder, and deafer, and they're just amazing. And Crystal Borg, welcome on in. I'm going to hold the original, which is the classic, a.k.a. you order the plain, but it's anything but. Nice to see you. Oh, and look at your T-shirt.
Nice to
Does it say
you.
Rock and Love? I love it. Rock
Yes.
and Love.
We're all about bringing the love back to the table, so that's what we do.
Absolutely.
Hi, Rachel. Hi, Rick.
So I said a little bit about a Kouign Amann, but can you introduce us to a Kouign Amann for the uninitiated?
Yes, the Kouign Amann is France's best-kept secret pastry. It's as authentic as my French accent. And literally, in ancient France, it means butter cake. Except it's not a cake, it's a pastry, and it's 80 layers of butter and sugar. So just pictures layers after layers of butter and sugar, and it just creates this incredible crisp on the outside. So the sugar transforms into a caramel, which is why it's a little bit sticky on each side.
Right.
It brings that crunch. And then inside, all those layers create that fluffiness and this sweet, heaven-like taste.
Right.
So it's something that is very unique, it's a labor of love. It's not easy to make. It takes time. And that's why it's hard to find. It's really like French know-how in doing the pastry.
Yeah.
And it's hand-folded into this beautiful flour. Very artisanal.
Okay, hand-folded. 80 layers of, did you hear
Yes.
butter and sugar? I was like, you had
Butter
me at
and
butter.
sugar.
And then you threw in sugar and you really had me. So we showed you the
Yeah.
original, which we're calling classic, AKA you're ordering plain. You're ordering plain.
Classic.
It's anything but plain, but just add any berries. Oh, it's last call in the quote plain, which is so silly that we have it at that on our website.
Yeah.
And then there's the raspberry. I mean, be still my heart. Look at the raspberry. I mean, inside, again, just throw away your regular croissants and your sticky buns, because this is going to put those to shame. Tell us about this one.
It's a hidden gem. And by the way, the raspberry, Mother's Day, around the corner, raspberry chocolate, it's perfect for any mom. It makes for a great gift for your mother-in-law, like you said. But yes, the raspberry, it's a beautiful jam made out of fresh fruits. You can see the color.
Yeah.
It's just so bright and it's sweet. It doesn't have the seeds, so it's very smooth. And just the freshness of the fruits, the berry, maize around the corner,
Yeah.
with the crispiness of the pastry. I don't know if you're like me. Sometimes I take croissant and I add things on top.
Yeah.
Forget that. That's old-fashioned. take this one. It's first of all so much better.
Yeah.
No work. You warm it up and you have this surprise inside. And I love it because when you have guests or your family member or even for yourself, you're taking a bite and boom, you have this surprise that just delights you and it warms your heart.
Okay,
you have
so
the chocolate right
this
now,
is
right?
the chocolate. Oh yeah. I mean, and look, the
Oh,
big
yes.
huge pile of chocolate just like dripped off again.
Correct.
It is chocolate hazelnut. So if you're wondering what that tastes like, it's like a more premium, creamier version of the starts with an N, ends with the Ella. But tell us about this, and I'm taking a bite. So please chat for a minute so I can enjoy.
Yes, and I'm sure I'll see on your face that. But the chocolate hazelnut is homemade, so it's a creamy, sweet chocolate that has a little bit of a nut flavor, but tiny. Yes, I know. It's hard to resist that. I'm addicted to those. Everybody is in my home, my friends, my family. Like I always have to stock some in my freezer.
It's ridiculous.
What do you think?
I'm going to remind
I
you
know.
of what you're getting because you get 18 of these. Remember, 2 years ago when she first brought them and they kept flying out the door, they were only 2 ounces. Now they're 2.9 ounces a piece. And they all, because she said they're hand folded, is that everyone looks like its own individual flower. You could buy a bouquet of flowers for $48, or you're sending your mom this, or your niece, or your sister, or your auntie this for their Mother's Day brunch, and it's amazing. We started
makes for
with
a great
3,000. Let me share with you what's going on right now. So the chocolate hazelnut, I have 100 to go around. The plain, last call. Raspberry, last call. Combo, 1,000 to go around, and that is it. You're looking at each one of these $2.67. Which French patisserie or bakery or, you know, your beautiful kind of bread emporium or shop can you go to and get something like this for $2 and change? Like that never happens. They would hand you like half a donut for that or something like that. And it wouldn't be, remind us of what this is again, 80 layers of what? It wouldn't be
80 layers of butter and sugar, like no shortcut, all like handmade in these beautiful flowers. And to your point, Rachel, if you could even find it, because it's very hard to find, you would never, like, this is what we're doing here. I know that, you know, you would not find what you're getting here at QVC.
So Crystal,
So
can you help us with what we do? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. What we do when we get them home, how they're packaged and how we prepare them so we get this amazing eating experience, and I'm biting into the raspberry while you do.
Go ahead. Love the raspberry. So it will arrive in this beautiful box, which makes for a great gift since Mother's Day is around the corner. Love that. Pink, you have it all. And then they will arrive at room temperature. So at that point, just put them in your freezer. They will last for a year, even though I promise you, you will go through them really quickly. And when you're ready to prepare them, you can put them in your oven for about 9-10 minutes from frozen, or you can let them thaw out and shorten the time a bit. The air fryer works really well as well. I would recommend 320 degrees for 8 minutes in the air fryer. Or if you are like our friend Alberti, he doesn't want to wait. He puts them in the microwave for 30 seconds. And then he finished this up into the air fryer for like, 3-4 minutes. So you have a couple of shortcuts.
Yeah, so I'm an air fryer gal. I became one. The Ninja are today's special value air fry. That would be my recommendation. It's perfect and it's wonderful.
Yes.
And I'm gonna hold one up close, and I know Derek is in my ear. But look at, it almost looks like there's a sheen to this. And that is that caramelization that happens, right? I mean, it's like a sticky bun and a croissant, and then you have things in it. What's happening here that it's the butter and sugar? What's happening that makes this beautiful kind of caramel?
So because we have so many like different layers of butter and sugar, the sugar on the outside creates a coating of caramel. It melts, right? And it just crystallizes. So you have that crunch and that caramel, and that's why when you touch it, it's slightly sticky, but not overwhelming either. It's just like the perfect balance of sweet, caramelly, crunchy, and the surprise inside.
Okay, look at the chocolate. So let me give you an update on what's happening. Frank, can you help me out here? Raspberry, 4 dozen. Plain, 3 dozen. 100 chocolate hazelnut, 800 in the combo. We've sold over 2,000 of these. We are 2/3 the way through what we even had. M79956. I promise you, this is unlike your regular croissant or sticky bun or donut that you're, bringing to the office. Maybe you are going back to the office and you're going to have a brunch with coworkers that you haven't had in forever. Bring something like this. And honestly, they are so amazing. So Crystal Borg, we have like 1 minute left. Can you give us one sentence on each of the profiles? Because I want everybody to pick up that combo. So the original classic, one sentence on that flavor.
Yes, the original classic is butter and sugars layers. And it literally, if you're a purist and you want to pair that even with ice cream or you want to pair it with anything that you want, cream cheese or honey, the way to go goes really well with egg and bacon if you want to do a sweet and savory experience.
Wait, Crystal, what do we do with the raspberry? Raspberry is so sexy and beautiful, first of all, but it's very smooth, fresh, slightly tangy, and perfect with the crispiness and the sweetness of the Kouign Amann. And finally, we have 1 second for that chocolate goodness.
Ooh, the chocolate is just going to warm your heart. Make sure you warm it up really good so you have that things like oozing out, and it's creamy, chocolatey, slightly nutty, a party in your mouth.
Okay, so continue to place your order for these. Act quickly if you want solo flavors, because I think they're going to be gone. Get the raspberry's gone. Plain is gone. You can get them in the combo, but that is it. We started with 3,000. 600 remain across all flavors. Crystal, thank you so much. This is a hot pick on the day.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you, and it's M79956. I'm taking a bite of the chocolate hazelnut. Rick Domeyer, take it away. Oh, we're actually going to Memphis.
We are going to Memphis, Rachel. Let's go to Memphis right now, the barbecue capital of the world.